Blake Lively isn't backing down in the fight to protect her children's privacy. She fired off a passionate response to a tabloid that published paparazzi photos of her and Ryan Reynolds' 3 kids. The photo shows Blake smiling and waving and is placed next to a separate snapshot of Blake pushing her 3 daughters in a stroller. She describes the photo editing as deceitful, writing in an Instagram comment, "My children were being stalked by men all day, jumping out and then hiding. A stranger on the street got into words with them because it was so upsetting for her to see." Blake says she attempted to calmly approach the photographer, who she explains would then run away before reappearing to take more photos. She went on to ask in her comment, quote, "Do you do background checks on the photographers you pay to stalk children? Where is your morality here? I would like to know. Or do you simply not care about the safety of children?" Blake said she spoke to other members of the paparazzi who agreed to, quote, "leave my kids alone as long as she momentarily posed on her own." She describes the incident as frightening, and Blake went on to plead with the outlet to tell the whole story. Blake writes, "At minimum, listen to your followers. They too understand this is dark and upsetting that you pay people to stalk children. Please stop paying grown-ass men to hide and hunt children. There are plenty of pictures you could have published without the kids. Please delete."
Wow, I actually agree with Blake Lively 100% on this. Kids should be off limits. No blurry sidewalk shots, no paparazzi chasing families down the street, no dragging them into adult messes. That's one stance I've always thought she got right. She's called out paparazzi by name, blasted media outlets for using those shots, and given interviews about why protecting kids matters. It's not just a throwaway line for her. It's been part of her brand for years, and people have praised her for it. And yet, here we are. Perez Hilton says her legal team filed a court document with a photo of his children in it. Not blurred, not pixelated, just sitting there in the public record for anyone to see. It doesn't stop there. Perez pointed out that Lively's team has consistently shared the home addresses of parties and non-parties in this litigation. No redactions, no effort to hide them. His own words.
Her unethical and deplorable lawyers included multiple pictures of my young children. They are now on the court docket where dangerous individuals are obsessively monitoring this case. That Blake Lively and her legal team have endangered the safety of my minor children, and immediate action is needed. At the behest of Miss Lively, her lawyers filed on your docket multiple pictures of my children. Why? How is that relevant to this case whatsoever? Their dangerous behavior, which also includes consistently sharing the home addresses of parties and non-parties in this litigation, must stop.
So, the same woman who lectures the media about protecting her own kids is fine putting someone else's kids, their location, and their contact info into a legal record. The same celebrity who says children are off limits is now the reason another parent fears for their children's safety. This isn't just hypocrisy. This is calculated hypocrisy. The same pattern she's been running in this case for months. Accuse someone of crossing a line, then cross it yourself when it suits you. Use moral outrage as a shield, then quietly break your own rules when you think no one's looking. Darvo down to a T. And now she's managed to turn Perez Hilton into the victim. That's not a plot twist that I ever saw coming. Look, Perez Hilton is not perfect. I enjoy some of his videos. He's had his messy moments. He's stirred the pot more than a few times, and he'd probably admit that himself. But love him or hate him, nobody deserves to have their kids' faces and personal information dropped into a public court record. And that's why this is such a bad look for Blake. Perez Hilton is no saint. He's controversial. He's loud. He's built his career on gossip, which makes it even worse optics that Blake's move has made him sympathetic. If your actions make Perez Hilton look like the reasonable one, you've officially lost control of the narrative, and that's no diss to him. But if the roles were reversed, if Perez had posted anything about her kids, even by accident, there'd be a press tour before lunch, emotional Instagram posts, tearful interviews, celebrity friends reposting their outrage. But because it's her side doing it, she's silent, hoping no one notices. But people have noticed, and this is landing on top of everything else she's been criticized for. Subpoenas aimed at small creators while skipping big names like Megyn Kelly and Billy Bush. Legal filings that critics say are more about optics than winning in court, selective leaks that always seem to benefit her. The Perez filing didn't happen in isolation, it fits the larger picture. Perez is already moving to challenge the subpoena and push for a protective order that would force her team to get court approval before filing personal information for non-parties. If he wins, it's not just a personal victory. It's a public confirmation that she can't be trusted with basic privacy boundaries, and that could open the door for every other creator she's subpoenaed to push back. The irony is brutal. Blake supposedly prides herself on protecting children, and now she's accused of endangering someone else's. She turned kids are off limits into her moral shield, and now she's the one crossing the line. She fought to keep her family out of public view, and now she's the reason another parent is afraid. It's hypocritical and just adds to the list of reasons of why people just genuinely don't like her and feel that she's a phony. So, was this sloppy lawyering or intentional? Because one is bad and the other is worse. You don't accidentally leave someone's address unredacted? That's the kind of detail you notice instantly if you actually care about privacy. If it was deliberate, then she used personal information as a weapon. And if it was a mistake, it was the kind of mistake that still proves her hypocrisy. Either way, it cements the double standard. Privacy for me, not for thee. The moral high ground that disappears the second it's inconvenient. And nothing says guilty like trying to silence people while giving them even more to talk about. Perez will keep fighting, the internet will keep digging, and Blake's team will have to figure out how to spin a story where the villain is suddenly the victim and the supposed protector of children is the one accused of putting them in harm's way. So if you like watching Hollywood's PR machines melt down in real time, hit subscribe, because if this is what Blake's doing now, you're going to want to see what she does when she really starts losing. Also remember that these are all my thoughts and opinions. No Wayfarer sponsorship or collusion.